AskReddit by Vanguard 2002. Serious, what's something that mentally and or emotionally broke you? Attention. Serious, tag notice. Jokes, puns, and off-topic comments are not permitted. https://www.reddit.com/r//wiki/wiki_rule_6-closed bracket in any comment parent or child. Parent comments that aren't from the target group will be removed, along with their child replies. Report comments that violate these rules. Posts that have few relevant answers within the first hour, and posts that are not appropriate for the serious tag will be removed. Consider doing an AMA request instead. Thanks for your cooperation and enjoy the discussion. I am a bot, and this action was performed automatically. Please, contact the moderators of this subreddit. Message compose $?r AskReddit if you have any questions or concerns. My wife's death. We both knew her cancer was terminal from the beginning, and I had 7 years to make my peace with that. As the end neared, I assured everyone I'd be fine. Despite all that, seeing her stop breathing was a total shock to me. And I even knew she'd die that very night. When you've been with dying people, you can tell when it's their last day. It's been 6 years, and I'm still grieving her. I'm sorry. Good on you for staying there. When it became clear that the cancer I'd had before he proposed would indeed kill me, my husband was done with our marriage. Hearing my mom ask if it was going to hurt to die. Few minutes later she took her last breath. Squeezed my hand and a slow release. Am I okay? Nah. A year and a half later I'm still not. I'm so sorry. I was holding my dad's hand when he passed. The last thing he said, while turned to me, was I'm tired. The last words I said were it's okay daddy. You can rest now. Over 6 years and still breaks me. Big hugs. When I found my fiancé dead on the ground after I came home from work. I was 22 at the time and it broke me in all the ways. If you don't mind saying, what happened? If this is a tasteless question, disregard it. Finding my twin brother dead. Fellow twinless twin here hugs. Filing my dad's bankruptcy, getting him diagnosed for early onset Alzheimer's dementia, and being his primary caregiver. It completely reverses the father-son role in a way I was not prepared for. Better now, but still is heartbreaking. Caring for parents in any capacity is a huge weight you carry around all the time. Alzheimer's and dementia are especially cruel. They hurt everybody in the family constantly. I hope you find support out there. It is heartbreaking. My little cousin, 19, hung himself in October. That feeling of holding his cold body as I cut him down from his noose will forever haunt me. I dream of it often. Deleted. I was in therapy and was nervous about my child's upcoming birthday party because of serious anxiety issues. She told me to imagine the worst thing happening and when the party is over I would realize everything was okay. Day of birthday party I received an out-of-state call from a coroner. My mom was found dead in her apartment. An investigation occurred but it was determined she had a diabetic episode, hit her head on the kitchen counter, bled out and died. An hour later my friend arrived, hysterically crying indicating she just got a call her mom died. I was numb and broken. Life has never been the same since. The worst anxiety could ever do is be right. My oldest son became addicted to opioids and OD'd in our home 4 times. The first time our youngest found him from the death rattle sounds. I'll never forget giving him CPR. I'll never forget an OD that put him in the ICU, non-responsive with a breathing tube due to heart atrophy. He is 2 years now sober with clinic mat help and his own tenacity. We are all scarred for his time in active addiction but time is letting this wound heal. When the police told me my fiancé had been killed by a drunk driver immediately outside of our neighborhood. It didn't help that the police lost the driver in the hospital, letting him escape for about 30 hours. Edit. I was fortunate to have a great network of friends and family to support me. Part of what really helped me was giving up on the idea of justice or that things can be made right. That helped me sever the tie to the accident, acknowledge my fiancée and remember her for her life and not her death. Additionally, my parents and I established a scholarship, https://giving.arizona.edu/Angelica-Ceniceros () in my fiancée's honor for students like her, young women in STEM fields. That helped me keep her memory alive and salvage some of the goodness in the world we lost when she was taken from us. How did they lose the driver in the hospital? That's fucked up. Toxic families leave people broken for a long time. Deleted. Seeing someone whom you had complete faith in just switch on you and actively try to hurt you. After I found out my ex had been lying cheating, she acted like she didn't know who I was, avoided all contact, and lied to the other dude about our relationship to make herself seem innocent. The feeling of being able to trust them with anything and just moments later they completely shatter that trust. Betrayal really hurts for a long time, but as time moves forward you realize how much better it is to have weeded that person out of your life, now surrounded by better friend company, with new knowledge to know what behavior to watch out for in the future. Like most things in life, time makes it a bit easier to come to terms with. I was going through the beginnings of a divorce, unbeknownst to me. It was March 2020, and my birthday just happened to be on the day they announced the initial COVID lockdown. I got home late from work, and my wife at the time had done nothing for my birthday. I was in my 30s, didn't really celebrate anymore anyway. But no card, no gift, not even a mention of my birthday, and she'd eaten the last of my post-work meals. And of course everything is shut down and closed early, so I go off trying to find a gas station for a protein bar. I'm not really that put out, it's par for the course. But I wake up early the next morning to take care of our 6-year-old. He's autistic and emotional connection isn't always the highest on his priority list. But I'm in his room at 5 in the morning and he says, "Daddy, it was your birthday yesterday. How come you didn't get any presents? I made something up." And he asks, "Will you get any today?" I say, "Probably not, pal, but it's okay. Grown-ups don't really celebrate birthdays like kids do." He goes into his closet, gets all his construction paper, and starts taping it together. Then he starts wrapping up his own toys and arranges them in a pile of presents. He says, "This is for you, Daddy," and he and I opened up presents for my birthday. I don't remember a lot of my birthdays, but I remember this one. This story made my whole day. What an empathetic child. I hope you are in a better place after your divorce. I was trafficked. Took me a long time to be back to kind of normal. I met one of my friends while she was being trafficked, and I was dating an abusive drug dealer. We both got out of those situations and are doing better now. I hope you have found some normalcy and stability. Sexual assault. I couldn't leave after because I had my first panic attack on his bathroom floor. Made me feel so trapped. All I wanted to do was get the hell out, but I couldn't move. 8 years later I still get them frequently. The anxiety doesn't leave you, I guess. Just went through a divorce. One day I'm up, the next I'm down. Today I'm pretty fucking down. Edit. The amount of replies and kind words and encouragement and advice I have received is overwhelmingly wonderful. Thank you all you so much, and I hope this thread has helped others going through something similar. May you all find joy in your lives. Sometimes you get shown the light in the strangest of places if you look at it right. My husband just informed me last night he wanted a divorce. Today, I am just a wreck and have no idea what to do. Splitting up with the wife. The funeral of murdered friend. My 5-year-old got diagnosed with brain cancer. Edited to add he's 14 now and doing well. I am so fucking sorry. This is such a nightmare situation. I'm hoping your little person can beat it. Take care and much love to you. My house caught fire when I was sleeping and I saw my baby's crib go up in flames. He survived but it fucked me up hard. Edit. This comment blew up. The fire was a freak accident started by a damaged electrical cord on a humidifier. My boy is 7 now and other than his scarring, is a happy, healthy and awesome little dude. If you're feeling brave, here's a picture of his crib. https://imgur.com/a/2tjwvdu close bracket the next day. Lastly, we survived thanks to a working smoke alarm. Check yours today. It could save a life. Damn dude, I'm glad he was okay. Not getting the proper medical attention I knew I needed, not feeling heard by medical professionals. I had a horrific case of food poisoning. Campylobacter, which is actually fairly common but presented abnormally in me. ER doctors and urgent care kept telling me I was probably just pregnant, which there was no way at that time for that to be possible. Begging for tests to be done but being denied because I was probably pregnant. I couldn't eat or drink anything because I would immediately start cramping and faint. This went on for a week before I found an ER that did a CT scan and tests and discovered the bacteria. I thought I was dying. You're probably just pregnant proceeds to not check if you're actually pregnant. I was misdiagnosed for 2 years. Told I had anorexia when really I had Crohn's disease. It got to the point where my bowel ruptured and I was very, very close to death. 2 years of being told this very, very physical pain was all in my head has caused endless knock-on effects. I remember just laying there as the paramedics couldn't find much of a pulse and thinking I'm dying, but at least I was right, which is all kinds of fucked up. When I was 13 and told my family that I'd been raped by a grown man that had taken me and 2 other underage friends of mine to a motel to roofie us, my grandmother scowled at me with disgust as I sat there with my tail between my legs feeling more shame than I'd ever felt. She told me I needed to learn how to keep my legs closed. I got a huge talking to from the adults and was punished and slut shamed. I'm 31 now and the thought of this still gives me a pain in my chest. Fuck all of those people. It wasn't your fault. Deleted. I'm so sorry. I can't imagine how horrific that must have been. Becoming disabled at 46. Lost my life as I knew it. Marrying the wrong person. Moving to a different country and realizing how incompatible I am. Yeah, this. I feel like this isn't talked about enough and people just romanticize it. You mostly spend all your time alone. You don't have friends or family there. Making connections is difficult if you're an introvert. Language barrier, etc. A breakup after a decade-long relationship and losing my job a couple of weeks later. 2020 was definitely tough. But we made it to the other side. I've recently gone through a breakup, not as long of a relationship as yours but long enough to hurt, and I hope you're doing better. My big sister, 30, was rushed to hospital after having a terrible headache. I went to the hospital and she was in intensive care. The doctors told me she'd suffered a blood clot to the brain and was brain dead. I remember blood in her ears. I cleaned it up and tried to make her look presentable for when family got there. The doctors had gone and I had to explain what had happened to my parents. I saw them break. I said my goodbyes and left before her children came in to sat goodbye, 2 months and 6 years old. She was fine one day, then just gone. I miss her every fucking day. Death in the family. Wasn't in the car accident, but it really messes with my head to think about how I said for them to have a great day, then for them to just be gone no less than 24 hours later. I'm sorry for loss, but at least you said something positive instead of something negative. Hope you're okay. finding out my wife was cheating and lying about pretty much everything and my dad dying. All in the space of a few months. I'm a fucking shell of a man, but keep the good side out and keep going for my kids. A guy found out my wife was cheating on me with a lot of people 6 months after our daughter was born, and 2 months after my mom died suddenly in her sleep. I will never be the same. Keep your head up and DM me if you need someone to talk to. I can definitely relate.